going, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Wolves. Hope you guys are doing well and keeping safe in this difficult time for us all, really. We are back. Apologies that there hasn't been a huge amount of videos. I was hoping that we could obviously record more, but without the football, there's not much to talk about, is there really? I have got videos in the pipeline, so keep your eyes peeled and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. But as I say, I do hope you are keeping yourself safe. Today we're just going to be having a quick chat really about what has been happening, what's going on in and around Molineux, rumours as well with players. But we're going to start off with one that was reported last week. I'm sure most of you have seen that, that Wolves players and staff are going to be back in training from today, which is Monday the 11th of May. Players are going to be back, but it's going to be obviously very, very different to their normal training. They're going to be arriving at staggered times, so they're not all going to be arriving at once. They're all going to be arriving at different times for 1 hour long sessions on different pitches. So I think there'll be 4 one-on-one training sessions going on at once, but of course they'll be on all different pitches. And of course the club are keeping the social distancing measures as priority, really. Players will have to drive to training in their kit and take it home and wash that as well. They won't be able to go inside unless they're desperate for the toilet or what have you. And they're all going to be having COVID-19 tests as well, which will come back in the next 24 hours or so. So fingers crossed, everyone is safe and healthy on that front. So that's the first big bit of news, really, that players are back in training. I know Wolves aren't the only team to do that. A lot of players had to come from abroad. A lot of them were with families in Portugal, for example. So, of course, a lot of them did have to come back. But I suppose this is promising signs towards football coming back, as I say, because I know a lot of teams have already done that and so on as well. And in terms of football coming back, that's what we're going to be talking about now. So, yesterday was a report regarding the domestic seasons, regarding UEFA, and obviously with us being in the Europa League, it's quite a big factor towards what happens and how our squad is, really, because we have got such a small squad. We're going to be playing so many games in such a short period of time. It's going to be interesting to see how our squad cope with this. So UEFA are reportedly saying they want domestic seasons wrapped up by the end of July, if possible, so then they can blitz through the later stages of the Europa League and the Champions League throughout August, really. It would be played in like a 3-week period. They've already penciled in their initial dates for the final, so we know what they are towards the end of the month. So they want really the month of August to prioritise to finish those games, really. They haven't really said how they're going to do it, whether teams will be playing at their home venues and they're going to be travelling. They haven't said maybe they're going to have a small group of stadiums that are selected to play the games. But it's a huge, huge possibility that this is all going to be behind closed doors, which is sod's law, really, that Wolves have done so well. And it'll be sod's law that we get to the final, and obviously fans aren't going to be able to watch it. But yeah, they're hoping that, UEFA are hoping that domestic seasons are going to be done by the end of next month, which is very, very tight, which we'll talk about more in a second. And then obviously Europa League games being played in August. According to Marca, UEFA have sort of penciled and sketched up a plan, and according to them, August the 6th is the day that Wolves would play their return leg against Olympiacos. Of course, we went to Greece behind closed doors, got a decent 1-1 draw there. The atmosphere was so strange. But now they're saying that the return leg, where Wolves are supposedly meant to host Olympiacos, is going to be possibly the 6th of August. And of course, more news that came in today, really, regarding sporting events. Of course, following the Prime Minister's and the government's proposed exiting plan, they're saying today that if all goes well, and obviously things, go in the direction they're hoping to go in, football could restart from the 1st of June. So the 1st of next month, just a few weeks away, top-level sport could return in England behind closed doors. Fans may not be able to attend the venues until a vaccine is found. So nothing has been said as such on fans. I highly doubt they're going to say, right, Premier League's coming back next month, let's let the fans back in straight away. I highly doubt that's going to happen. At a long stretch, we may be able to see us playing the Europa League come August. But as I say, that is a long stretch at the moment. And I don't want to get into it too much and give my opinion on it too much. But hopefully, obviously, I wanted to give you guys the insight. And of course, let me know your thoughts. On the last couple of videos I did like this, I asked for your thoughts. And it was fantastic, guys. So, yeah, really, really appreciate that. We'll move on to some transfer rumours now. A pretty loose rumour that I saw late last night was that Wolves were one of the number of clubs that were interested in signing up the Portuguese midfielder William Carvalho. It's quite a well-known name without Portugal. He played for Sporting. He moved to Real Betis in Spain in recent a couple of years ago, and it's apparently a number of teams want to bring him over. He's 28 now, plays in that sort of defensive midfield role. Spurs, Leicester and West Ham are reportedly apparently also interested in him. This came from a source TF20, who, to be honest, I haven't got much experience with, so I can't say they're good and I can't say they're bad, but that's definitely one to maybe keep our eye on. Another Portuguese type player that Wolves have been linked with as well, a more defensive minded player as well. This one seems a little bit more concrete, to be honest. João Palhinha from Sporting. He's currently on loan at Braga. He played up against Wolves in the Europa League, and he was crucial, to be fair, in their 1-0 win against Wolves at Molineux. He's 24 years of age. As I say, he's on loan at Braga, and apparently Sporting don't really see him in their plans for the future. So Wolves are apparently in talks for him for around 15 million euros. That came from Ojogo, but I found it via Tuga Sport, which is run by Alex Goncalves, who is a fan and a friend of the channel. So we're going to quickly go over to his website and see what he says about him. So Alex on Tuga Scout says, a physical presence, Palhinha has proven himself to be accomplished in aerial duels, which has proved a useful asset both for goal scoring and defender. Capable of playing centre-back as well in a central and defensive midfield, Palhinha is a defensive, intelligent footballer, which his positioning, awareness and tackling prowess, ensuring he offers strong protection in front of his goalkeeper. Palhinha is more than a defensive footballer though. He offers good control in the middle of the park, possessing a very strong passing game that ensures he helps his side maintain control of the game. Additionally, he's shown willingness to push forward when the opportunity presents itself and isn't afraid of taking on long shots. I think, to be fair, with the versatility of this guy, it doesn't sound, it doesn't sound wrong for Wolves to be interested in him. You've got Romain Saiz and Leander Dendoncker, who are two players that could play in the middle of the park and in defence, and that has proved, especially this season, to be really, really important and pivotal. So we definitely want to keep our eyes out on this one. I think we may have mentioned it in one of the previous transfer rumour videos again, but Milo Rashica, Wolves' interest has been reported again on the Werder Bremen winger. Sport Bild in Germany have reported that Wolves have announced their interest in the 23-year-old. The winger does have a 38 million euro release clause, but if Werder Bremen, his club who he's with at the moment, if they get relegated this season, and they are in danger of doing that from the Bundesliga, the release clause will drop down to 15 million euros, which would be a bargain for a player of his quality for sure. So again, Wolves linked for the second time with Milo Rashica. I'm sure plenty of clubs will be lining up for his signature though, especially if it drops down to that 15 million euro mark. It's very interesting to see Wolves though linked continuously with these wingers, especially as we've got Daniel Podence, Pedro Neto, Dama Traore, Diego Jota that could play there as well. It's quite interesting to see he's continually linked with these players. But I'm hoping that is useful for you guys today. Just wanted to check in with you really and tell you what has been happening. It's looking likely that football may well return. I think this week is going to be pivotal in the talks. Of course, we'll bring you on our social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We'll bring you updates on that when we know and when obviously it's out there in the news. So definitely we will keep our eyes on that. I would love football to come back. I really hope they don't void the season. I would love football to come back, even if it is behind closed doors. As a football fan, of course we all want to be in Molineux. We want to be in the South Bank, the Steve Ball, the North Bank, the Billy Roy. We want to be there, but if it does mean we can get the football done and finished, then so be it. But as long as, I think the first priority has got to be to make sure everyone is healthy and safe. And I'm hoping that the FA, the Premier League and UEFA can do that. Be sure to hit the like button down below, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on any of the topics that we discussed today. And until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon.